It's crazy. Ooh. I wonder if anybody's even available at this time. Whoa. Whoa. Right. This is like my first ever live, so I'm like, what is going on? Hey, how are you? Oh, so that's how it works. Wonder Zingerful. I hope I pronounced that correct. How are you? Lovely. I was thinking, where did your message disappear to? But I found it now. Great. Wind Zinger Full. Thank you. What was the inspiration behind that? Hey. I'm like fiddling around with this. Oh my gosh. This is really bad. I should actually do lives more and get used to it. But anyway. Oh no. That's a shame that someone hacked into your account. That's really annoying. And I'm guessing YouTube didn't do anything in regards to that. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate that. How is everyone? Where does everyone live as well? What's the weather saying? What's new with you all? Danny, this is it. The weather is just so crap. 1 minute it's sunny, the next minute it's grey right now. It looks like it's going to rain, and I'm a little bit pissed because I wanted to go for a walk after this. Florida, what is the weather saying in Florida? In my mind, I can imagine sunshine, palm trees, beaches. Okay. Alabama, wow. Am I wrong in thinking that in the States, you guys are currently not experiencing a lockdown? Because over here in the UK, we're still in lockdown, but shops and nail shops and I think gyms as well will be opening up on Monday. I'm looking forward to that because my nails need to get done. Yes, girl. I saw the snow, Danny. Can you imagine? It was snowing in the morning and then it was kind of cold throughout the day. But then in the kind of mid-afternoon, the sun was out a little bit. Okay, depends on the state. Okay. Ah, Danny, I gave up on my brows. I now use that eyebrow shaper thing and I just fill them in. Rastafari Way Pro. I see you. I see you. But nah, I'm just trying to get used to doing lives and stuff because I can't lie. I'm a bit, what's the word? I'm good with like posting pictures and putting up videos, but doing lives is another. This even feels weird, me doing this. I don't know why it feels weird. Yep, for me, my nails need to get done, my eyebrows need to get done, but I think I've got used to doing them myself now, so I don't know how I'm gonna feel having somebody all up in my face doing my eyebrows now. My locks, listen, yeah, because there's a middle part in, it's looking, but listen, for me to oil my scalp is a myth. It's an absolute myth. You know what? I'm all right. Today I'm all right. I've like a lot has happened over the past week and a bit. I can't lie. I was working somewhere 9 to 5, and I didn't get kept on after probation. I can't lie. Was I sad about it? I probably wasn't because I had told myself that I was going to leave at the end of the year and do content creating full time. So I guess blessing in disguise and all of that. But then a couple days after my nan passed away, but she lives in Ghana, and she's 114. Ugh, can't get my words out. She was 114 years old, so she lived her best life. To be fair, but I think it kind of took me a while to kind of process everything. I feel like sometimes something happens, and when it happens at that time, I'm like, okay, cool, this has happened. We move. Let's continue filming, putting out content, whatever it may be. But then after a while, it kind of hits you what's happened, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. Just a lot of life lessons. I've learnt a lot over the past week and a bit. Yeah, this is it. But how are you, Danny? Yeah, I think I've just got to the point of my life where, thank you so much, Pandora Pink. I've just got to the point of my life where when certain things happen, minus the passing of my nan, but when it comes to like jobs and working for other people, I understand that obviously we all need to do what we have to do in order to make money, pay bills. You know, some of us have family. When I say family, I mean maybe you've got children that are depending on you, etc., etc. However, at the same time, I think I almost forgot my point there. However, at the same time, when certain things happen for me, I kind of think to myself, what's the reason? Do you get it? Did I really want to be there? Was I really enjoying what I was doing? The answer is no. Can't lie. I feel like my mental health has just been, it's been in tatters for quite a while, but I just didn't realize. I don't know what my camera's currently doing right now. I'm so sorry, guys. I just didn't realize the effects of what was going on. Okay, right? Until after I got out of that situation. I'm getting a little bit distracted, but yeah. Yeah, real talk. Real talk, Danny. Yeah, I feel like most times things happen for a reason. Or sometimes you might have plans that you've told yourself that you want to achieve at a later date. And then the universe, or if you believe in God or you're religious, kind of tells you, nah, You don't have to wait to do whatever it is that you want to do then. The time is now, basically. Yeah, Danny, I'm over this, can't lie. I'm absolutely over this. This lockdown, over it. Yeah, I think this is it. We all have a path in life, and I think you'll end up on a path that's truly for you. You just don't know when, and that's the beauty of life. That's why I try not to get too upset when certain things happen that are beyond my control. It's kind of easier said than done, but I've been trying to, and I continue to work on controlling what I can. So for example, if you're in a workspace and they fire you, what can you do about that? You can't do anything about it. But to me, I kind of think to myself, okay, well, now this has happened. What am I now going to do going forward? That's something that I can control. And I feel like sometimes when you're in certain workspaces, depending on the career that you're in, I feel like sometimes, management can feel or they think that they're gods or something. It's a little bit of a weird one, but I know why I'm saying that, because that last meeting that I had, I just felt like I had these two people in a meeting telling me that, oh, we know what's going on in the world with the pandemic and everything, but we're gonna have to let you go. I felt like they were playing gods with my life, and I'm just like, yo, there's only one creator as far as I'm concerned. So there's no human on this planet that's gonna stop me from achieving whatever it is that I want to achieve. The same way as there's nobody on this planet that can stop you guys watching this from achieving whatever it is that you want to achieve. The only person that could stop you from making that happen is yourself. Literally, that's all it is. So I just see certain things as just like minor little hiccups. But anyways, I feel like I'm kind of ranting. Do you guys want to talk about Locs? What do you guys want to hear? This is like so weird. Yeah, for me, I try my best not to worry, and I try my best not to stress, which is easier said than done. And also, stress affects people in different ways. And I feel like since I'm gonna say the first lockdown here in the UK, our first lockdown was last March, yeah, March 2020 at that. I think um I think we've all been stressed in some shape or form, whether that's mentally, whether that shows up physically. It's crazy. You've been affected in some shape or form. Some people may be aware of it, some people may not be aware of it, but I for sure definitely have been affected. Yeah, I can't be asked to blame other people. Sometimes things happen, and when you're in that situation at the time, you don't realize why it's happened. So you're like, oh my gosh, this has happened to me. This is so terrible. What am I gonna do? Life is over. But then I like to see as in a couple of months' time, if not weeks, if not days, I will look back on a situation and it will all make sense. And I'll be in a much happier space. And I'm in a happier space today to talk about this. So yeah, that's just how I see it, to be honest. Yes, Pandora Pink. This is exactly it. Reinvent yourself. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I don't even think that you need to wait for after. If I look a bit weird, it's because I don't know. But you lot's comments are coming up so strangely on my phone. So I'm like, huh? But yeah, you don't need to wait until after the pandemic to reinvent yourself. Like, reinvent yourself now. I feel that I've managed to reinvent myself during this pandemic. You know, I did something I said I wasn't gonna do, but I can't lie, I do have the habit of doing that, and I always say it on my channel. I could say that I won't do something now, give it a couple months, I could end up doing what I said I wasn't gonna do. But a while ago, I had said that I wouldn't do something like create a makeup channel, for example. But I've got a new channel. I don't think the video's dropped yet, but I have got a new channel which I put in the community section thing, comment section on here. Yeah, my first tutorial drops tomorrow. So, and I think that's a way of me reinventing myself. The reason why I say that is because what, about 2 years ago, I didn't really wear makeup. Like, lipstick was my thing. Lipstick has always been my thing. But in terms of like face makeup, like full face, that was never me. And then I started to learn bits and bobs, and I was like, you know what, I really like this. The thing with me is, with or without makeup, I'm always gonna be comfortable and confident in my skin. If you follow me on TikTok, you follow me on Insta, you'll know that most times you'll see me snapping on there without makeup, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm beautiful with or without it. You know, I don't need it to feel like I'm pretty. However, I feel like I've reinvented myself in regards to that, in that sense, by looking to create this beauty channel. Because for me, even though you lot see my pictures, you're like, oh, her lipstick is nice, or her makeup is nice, it's not something that I thought I would do. And I feel that when I kind of look back on certain things, I feel like I've been living life very comfortably. And what I mean by that is, you get, you know, when you're used to something, you just want to stay in your comfort zone. For me, doing tutorials, or I've even started doing things on here, which, you know what, I may stop, to be honest, but little things like fashion hauls and stuff, that filming that, for me, I found it fun, but I also found it uncomfortable. But I'm trying to get into the zone of being comfortable, being uncomfortable. Because for me, I find that when I start doing things that I'm not used to doing, I start trying new things out. Even little things like trying new dishes. Me being a fatty, I can't lie. Most of lockdown, I've just been eating. Let's not lie. But yeah, I've been trying out dishes that I previously didn't think to try. I've been coming out of my comfort zone. And in turn, the long and short of what I'm trying to say is, I've learned a lot about myself. And I think in regards to reinventing yourself, it can be in a variety of ways. But the whole long and short of what I'm trying to say is, reinvent yourself from now. You don't need to wait until after the pandemic. You can do it now. You can start off by doing something little and then take it from there. Yeah, man. I definitely think that people are aware that mental health is as important as physical health. Yeah, man. I feel like, even for example, coming from an African background where, you know, if you have parents that were born and raised back home and things like that. Hey T, you right? Um, I feel like there was a point in time when they didn't understand the whole mental health thing. But even that, with the pandemic and everything happening, and, you know, there's more people talking about it, there's more news articles and yada yada. I think there's generally more of an awareness in regards to it. I was even surprised some months back when my mom started talking about mental health, because, you know, there was a point in time when she kind of had the mindset of, you're living in the Western world, you know, what have you got to be stressed over, or what do you have to feel low over? But there's that awareness, and it just makes things easier, because then you can kind of talk to people that you couldn't previously talk to about certain things that you're going through. Pandemic pounds, I love that. Yeah, man. You know what? For me, the funniest thing is, yeah, in general, I struggled to put. I'm gonna use past tense. Like, I struggled to put on weight, and then the first lockdown last year, I put on weight, and then I went up in a dress size, and I was like, yeah, I'm wearing clothes and my figure's like filling it out, and I felt good. I'm gonna use past tense. I still feel good, don't get me wrong. But it's like, man, then you start seeing family members that you haven't seen in a long time, and especially African family members, they're so rude. I'm gonna be like, I can't, like, I don't pour my drinks into a glass, so. But then you have African family members that will point out to you You've put on weight. What have you been eating? You think I don't know I've put on weight? Did you need to bring it up? You know? Yes, the older generation definitely sweep it up. They're just like, what have you what reason do you have to feel low? It's crazy, man. Right. Yeah, definitely. It sounds like Jamaican parents are very similar to Ghanaian parents. I cannot lie. Because I've been called all sorts, boy. Oh, it's crazy. But at the same time, you know what? That being said, I will say that this, like, before, when I was doing the whole 9 to 5 thing, for me it was like I would wake up, shower, all of that, be at my desk for 8 hours plus, or whatever it may be. And then so obviously in turn, I've been sat at my desk all day. My shift finishes, I'm just so mentally drained and so mentally tired, I can't even bother to go for a walk. So literally that's what it was. It was like I was eating all the time. Now I wasn't exercising. And also, I can't lie, at the same time as well, I like, when I look back on things, I wasn't in a happy space. So I think I'm one of those people that actually like comfort eat. But I didn't realize until when I kind of look back, like, if I'm feeling shitty, ordering myself a fat takeaway and yamming it off makes me feel great. I cannot lie. But I realized after a while that that's what I was doing. Yeah, that pull yourself back like together mentality is not it. It's not it. And you know what? I like to think to myself that if I was to ever become a mum, I would like to think that I'd do things differently. I think it's very important for anybody, whether it's your child, whether it's your friend, whether it's your sibling, to talk to you if they're going through something without feeling like you would dismiss them. That's one thing that I really hope that I don't do that in life, dismiss how people feel. Because I think people also forget that how they may take something is not how you or the next person would handle it. Hey, Samantha. Oh, from Trinidad and Tobago. That's lovely. How's the weather like out there? Pandora, I see you're on a slim thick journey. I don't know what journey I'm on right now. I think for me, I just want to focus on staying in good health, because about maybe 2 3 weeks ago now, I had a bit of a health scare. Like, I was constantly feeling tired, like I was constantly feeling drained. And I was taking the whole iron supplements and my herbal teas and stuff, but I constantly felt rubbish. So doctor put me in for a blood test to see if I was like anemic and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I did the blood test. Everything came back fine. Thank God. However, I think when they weighed me or something, they were like, I think my BMI was like 29, if I remember offhand. And they said 30 and above makes you at higher risk of diabetes. So when I heard that, I was like, hell no. So since then, I've just been, trying to go for walks more, trying to eat less, eat in smaller portions. And obviously both my parents, sorry, are diabetic as well. Quite a few people in my family that have passed on now were diabetic too. Can't lie, I'm not trying to go down that route. So yeah, that's where we're at in regards to that. Oh, thank you so much, Samantha. I'm glad to hear that it's hot your sides, because right now in London, the weather's rubbish. It's put me off from going for a walk, but I will get my steps in today by force. Yeah, definitely. I agree with you, Pandora. Yeah. So I don't know. For me, maybe I'm looking at this backwards, but I don't think to myself, "Oh, I'm trying to lose weight." I think to myself, I'm trying to get more healthier, because in my mind, yeah, this might not make sense, but in my mind, I think if I'm focused on being healthier, then naturally, if it's meant to be, then I will naturally lose a little bit of weight. I find that sometimes if I'm focusing on I'm trying to put on weight, I'm trying to lose weight, it doesn't happen for me. But then if I start making the necessary changes to whatever it is that I'm trying to achieve, then it happens. This is what I'm trying to work out, yeah, because my phone's acting up. This is how I look like without it. I've got a little bit of lighting on, but the iPhone is just misbehaving. So this is how, I don't know, it's kind of dark in my room, guys. So, yeah. Yeah, I think the lighting does add like an extra glow to it. Yeah. But what's going on? Those of you with locks, how is your locks journey going? Talk to me, guys. I can't lie, I haven't had a retwist since December. You know what? I do like it when my roots are grown out, but it's got to the point where I'm constantly like, not constantly, but anytime I wash my hair, I'm like gently trying to separate the locks from marrying, and all my locks are married right now. I cannot be asked. I'm just like, gonna wait to the end of the month when I get my retwists and keep it there. Yes, Danny, definitely health is wealth. Yeah, you know what? That's one thing I can't do. I don't think I'm not a good liar anyway. You know, especially I think that we're living in a world where, you know, social media, yeah, social media is a good thing, but it's got its flaws as well. And I think we're already living in a world where you jump on Instagram, for example, and everyone just looks so done up. Everyone just looks so naturally flawless, and but it's not real. So yeah, you know, when you asked me, I was like, am I naturally glowing or not? Nah. If the sun was shining though, it would be a natural glow with the sunshine. Yes, Danny, your locks have been looking so lush, honestly. I do find that locks, yeah. Locks just, maybe it's just me, but I feel like locks really has your hair growing fast, honestly. You know, just looking at my hair, you wouldn't have thought. I think it was 2019. I cut it into a short bob, and it was like a couple months time. It was just growing, growing, growing. Like, I love it. Just retwisted after 7 weeks. My texture tangles badly. Felt so good to finally do it. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to getting mine retwisted. Do you guys have like any? Yes. You know what? That's an interesting one. Locks make you look younger. I'm just trying to think of anybody old that I know with locks, and I'm just I can't. Nobody comes to mind. But that's an interesting point. What has been the hardest thing about having locks? For those of you with locks, is there anything that you find a bit difficult, or is there anything that maybe society makes you feel some type of way about? I love yours too, girl. I think for my looks, yeah, I've noticed that people like to point it out a lot, and it really irritates me. But one, when I get it retwisted, a lot of people, you know, tend to comment and say, "Oh, your locks are thinning out," and I'm like, do you guys not realize that when you get your hair retwisted, it it looks it looks scalpy, but people point that out, and I'm like, but how is it meant to look? And for me as well, yeah, I've always mentioned this. I don't know if on camera it looks like I'm bald. If it does, then it is what it is. But I've got like a lot of baby hairs, and people always like to point it out, like, oh, you know, your edges are thinning, and I'm like, this is just how my edges are, you know. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Tony's definitely has beautiful locks. From 100 and something locks, I now have 47 thick locks. Ooh, Ooh, that sounds lovely. No, I can't lie, I do like thick locks, you know. I do like thick locks. I think, you know, I would have liked for my locks to originally have been thick, but I'm happy that I've managed to get them thicker. Like how my locks look now, some of them are really fat, you know, like all my locks are different sizes, which is something that I really like. I know some people feel some type of way about their locks being uneven, but it's the beauty of locks. But I've always admired like thick locks. So when my locks were done, I've noticed that over time they were quite thin, and over the years I've kind of mastered a way to have them. I think I'd say my locks are medium sized. I'm right to say that. Um, you know what? Funny enough, I've actually never checked if they were subs or not. You know, but one thing that I did kind of pick up on is there are a lot of trolls on platforms like YouTube, TikTok. So I think before I used to see certain comments and it used to really rattle me. Now I kind of see comments, negative comments, and I do two things. I either thank them. Actually, tell a lie, I do three things. I either thank them, or I block them, or I simply ignore it and I just leave it there. Because to me, you know, before I used to think to myself, oh my gosh, why would you? I have never watched anybody's content and felt the need to comment negatively underneath it. What's the point? What is the actual point? So already in my mind, for somebody to do that, it's clearly you're jealous or you have an issue with me being confident. And one thing that I've also found as well, especially on social media, is a lot of people have an issue with confident black women in particular. You know, so I feel like at any given opportunity that they can, they will say something to put you down. So yeah, when I see comments like that, I think to myself, thanks for the engagement. Because for you to have written that you've watched my content, you've now commented under my content. So increasing, you're increasing my engagement. So thank you for that. Um, You know what, yeah, I really hate that. I hate that so much. The idea that locks is only for people with bad hair. I've had somebody say that to me, you know. Someone was like, oh, are you coolie? And I was like, firstly, to my knowledge, that terminology is derogatory, firstly. Secondly, no, I'm not. And then they were like, where you from? And I was like, I'm Ghanaian. And they were like, both parents. I'm like, yeah, both parents. And then they were like, oh, but you've got that good hair. Like, why did you lock up? And I just find it weird how, as somebody that has locks, the fact that you've gone out of your way to kind of work out or kind of have a look at my hair texture to then tell me that, you know, I have good hair and I shouldn't have locked up. Who are you? Like, who actually are you? I think also as a community, we need to get rid of the terminology of having good hair. Because to me, when someone, you know, says that you have good hair, most times it's coming from a place of you must be mixed with something. You can't just be black for your hair to be that way. But everyone's got good hair. So long as you take care of your hair, you know, you wash it, you take care of it, you love it, you eat good, because diet plays a very important part, is one thing that I've learned in a lot of things, then you will automatically have good hair. I don't understand why there's that notion that you need to be mixed with something to have good hair. I really hate it. And people still do that. People still say stuff like that, and I'm just like, why? It gets to a point in life where everybody needs to just unlearn certain things, man. I think T, was your question directed towards me? How's work going? For me, work's going good. I can't remember if he was in a chat earlier on when I was saying, but I got let go of work about a week and a half ago now. So at the moment, I'm just focusing on doing me and putting out content, because I've just realized that over the past 2 years or a bit, I don't know if you've seen previous videos, but when the pandemic first happened last year, 2020, I eventually got let go of at work in regards to COVID. And then a couple months later, I then got another job and I was let go of that a week and a half ago. So I personally feel that that's a sign where I've always wanted to do my own thing. But I think when you become an adult, it gets to a point in your life where you're kind of sucked into doing what a lot of people in society do. Obviously, you have bills and shit to pay, right? Cool. So sometimes I feel that when we was kids or, in our teens, whatever it may be, we all had dreams, ambitions, and all of that. And it gets to a point in your life where you kind of say to yourself, forget the dreams or forget the ambitions, let me just chase the money. And sometimes you chase the money, but you end up doing things that you don't enjoy just to get paid. And depending on the type of person that you are, some people are fine with that. Some people don't mind doing any job that they can get. Obviously, everybody's circumstances is different, so keep that in mind. So with some people, it doesn't matter the job, so long as they're getting paid and they can, pay bills, support family and whatever, that makes them happy. And for them, that's fulfilling in life. For me, I've always been one of those people, but I've always pushed it to the side where if I'm doing something just because and I'm not happy, I can't force it. Do you get it? I can try and force it, but in time, yeah, in time, it's just not gonna work out for the best. Freeform locks, yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys see my husband in the back, yeah. See, you guys don't understand how much I love this man, but his locks, mwah, flipping love them, man. Sister locks, listen, all locks. I feel like all locks are beautiful. I see so much. On my Instagram, I follow or I look at a lot of men and women with locks, and isn't it just so beautiful, the different variations of locks, thin, medium, like big, thick. I do kind of worry when I see certain people, and even though that it's not my business per se, but there's certain people where their locks are just always neat, always neat. They're always getting it done. I can't. That can't be me. In my mind, I'm thinking it looks nice. Don't get me wrong, but is it healthy though? I think when I first started my lock journey, I was very obsessed with my locks looking neat, all the time. And I don't know what point of my journey. Maybe it's like, I want to say the last maybe 4 years ish. I like it when my locks look grown out. I like it when my roots are a bit, grown out, basically. I think I'm more focused on the health or my hair actually being healthy than it looking healthy, if that makes any sense. Yeah, T, yeah. Yeah, and it is a shame that that mentality is had. You know what? You wouldn't expect for that mentality to happen in Jamaica, but over the years I've been reading a lot of stories about kids that are not being allowed to go to school and stuff because they have locks. And you know what's funny? The same thing is happening in Ghana right now, where kids are not being allowed to go to school. The Rastafarian community in Ghana are always being discriminated against as well. And it's just a shame to see because it's a natural hairstyle. It infuriates me so much because it's natural. You're made to feel bad or you're looked down upon for wearing locks, but it's acceptable for you to wear any other type of hair apart from the hair that grows out of your scalp. And to me, that's just wild. So your last vlog. Oh yeah, yeah, that was the one last year. Oh, it's alright. Don't be sorry about it. You know what? These things happen. Everything happens for a reason, man. Was it a surprise when you was let go, or was it a result of the pandemic? For me, it was a surprise that I got let go. It was a surprise that I got let go because it was a customer service job, yeah. And although I can't lie, like it was mentally draining. I can't lie, but I'm one of those people. I care for people in it, so I would put my all into, it was a call center job. So if customers had, oh, thanks for that, Jay. So if customers had, any issues and stuff, I would really be going out of my way to make sure that their issues were rectified. So to me, it was a surprise. But then, after that happened, I was kind of informed that the workplace had recruited a bunch of new people, and those people, originally when I was recruited to work from the office, which meant that my salary was a little bit higher. Cool. So with a new bunch of people that they had recruited, their salary was about 4 grand less than what I was getting because they had been recruited to just work from home. So I think what had happened was they didn't just get rid of me, they got rid of other people that I know as well. Yes, Samantha, I agree. I definitely feel the same about my looks. I think they tell a story. Thanks, Jay. I will try. You know what's funny, Jay? I'm trying to get into doing a whole live thing, and I tried to do a live on TikTok earlier, and like nobody turned up, and I was like, what am I supposed to do? If nobody turns up to your live, what do you do? Do you just sit there and like wait? I just like, maybe because it's the afternoon times as well. Some people are working and all of that, so I understand. Oh, that's okay. It's alright, Jay. It's not a problem. You're here now. So yeah, you know what? I think like the whole long and short of it all is it's important to just embrace embrace everything about you. Whether it's your locks, whether it's your skin, whether it's certain things that happen, certain things in your life might happen, and like I said at the time, it may not make sense, but later on down the line, you'll look back on it and be like, yeah, it needed to happen so that I could elevate and go into the next chapter of my life. It's basically how I see it now. Yep, Pandora, definitely. Yeah, T, this is how I see it. This is exactly how I see it. You know, I say to a lot of people, and I don't mean this in a negative way at all, but if you're in a role where, especially like if you're working for somebody, and let's just say it's, for example, a customer service role, don't come and kill yourself. Don't die. Don't stress yourself out for the job. Do you know why? You're just a number. Like they will literally or can literally get rid of you and you'll be replaced just like that. They won't care about the fact that you've got bills to pay or you've got kids or you're married or I don't know, you're currently experiencing bereavement. They won't care about your circumstances. They will get rid of you and continue as normal because to you, you're just a number. So yeah, they've definitely missed out, but that's their loss. Thank you so much for the compliment, and that's nice. 9 months into your lock journey, that's lovely. I do appreciate that comment. at the same time, I do have to say, the whole thing, like, hair goals and stuff. I think one thing that I think is important to kind of take on board, especially when you're kind of at the start of your lock journey, is that when I first got locked up, let me take it back. When I first embarked on the whole natural hair journey, I actually didn't even think I was going to lock up. I just literally was like, I'm tired of having straight hair, tired of having like floppy hair with no volume. I'm just gonna go for the big chop. And then about 6 months after that, I went. Well, during that period, I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of notice that I started to like gravitate to people with locks, or like listen to musicians that had locks and stuff. And for me, there was just that reoccurring theme of, it's not just hair. It's, I find that a lot of people, I don't know about now, I can't, like, some of these rappers just talk nonsense. But yeah, I found that a lot of people that I'm gonna say had locks, were very wise and very in tune with themselves. And so for me, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna lock up. And what I found is that when I locked up, I feel like it unlocks a level of consciousness within you. You start to know yourself more. You start to, what's the word? You start to be unapologetic you, I think, is the best way for me to explain it. And not that, but you start to look at other people's locks and you're like, I really like that person's locks and all of that. But I say all of that to say, try to not have the mentality that you want your locks to look like someone else's, because I feel like that's a way for you to potentially be disappointed. There's beauty in everyone's locks, like whether it's the size, whether it's one's hair textures, whatever it may be. So yeah, there were certain people that I think before I looked up, there was Narisa. Don't know if you lot know who Narisa is. There was Danielle Locs. There was Keisha Charmaine. I think those were kind of the three main people that I remember off the top of my head. And obviously, my husband there. And when Lauren Hill had locks. And I was looking at all of their locks and I was like, oh my gosh, their locks are so nice and all of that. So I think there's a difference between you kind of admiring someone else's locks and you wanting your locks to be exactly like theirs. Chances are your locks can't be exactly like someone else's that you admire, if that makes any sense, because I feel like I went on a tangent. Thank you so much, Jay. Thanks. Ah, I have a degree, yeah. My degree is just catching dust. Can't lie. If anything, I think me doing YouTube and all of that makes me feel like, I don't know, I kind of semi put my degree to use, but in a way that's a lie, because I didn't have to go uni to be on YouTube. Like, anybody could literally create a YouTube channel. So I did broadcasting at uni, and since graduating, I've been a runner at a TV company and been doing retail and customer service roles since then. So, word, Danny, this is it. Because even when I was telling, like, there's a friend that I made from my last workplace, and you know what, he got sick of the job, so he actually quit and said, you know what, F this, I want to, he's also a content creator as well, and he's just like, yeah, F this, I don't, 9 to 5 isn't for me, I want to get into content creating and all of that. And I was saying to him that I just feel that this has happened how it was meant to, because I kept saying December, 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 I'm gonna grit my teeth and do this until December, and then I'm gonna ditch it. And it was like, shit, this happened earlier than expected. But even when I look back, the point that you just made stands, because I had got comfortable having, you know what, like, it was probably the one, is it one of the worst jobs that I've done so far? For me, yeah, because I think it really was taking its toll on me mentally. But I got comfortable in a sense of, even if I don't like this job, it pays, on this particular day of the month, I know I'm going to get this much of money in my account, and it pays. So you get comfortable waking up every morning knowing that you're going to do something that you really dislike doing solely for the money. Yeah, this is it, T. You worded it perfectly. Like, I think Locs definitely helps you develop a spiritual awakening. But that's why I kind of hesitate when I was talking about that earlier, because I've noticed, I feel like a lot of rappers have locks. And I'm just like, everything that's coming out of your mouth is garbage. So why exactly do you have the locks? Is it just to just have it? You didn't really learn anything when having it, whilst having it, you haven't learned anything. Yeah, Pandora. I slightly feel the same as well. Are there times you feel like your locks talk to you on a spiritual level? That's how I feel. You know what? Funny enough, there are times that I do, like sometimes there's been times when I can't be asked. So, you might wake up, you might shower, but then you don't do anything with your locks. Like, you've just got your locks. Like, I wrap my hair up with a headscarf, and then I have like a hair bonnet. And there's been times in the past when I haven't been bothered to do anything. So I just have my locks that way. It could be like for all week. And then I take it out of the bonnet, take it out of the headscarf, and I oil my scalp, and then I spritz my hair, and then I leave it out, and then I feel like my hair's spoken to me because I've been unbothered. I haven't touched it. I haven't bothered to. You know what? Yeah, this is how I see my locks. I'm looking towards there because I've got like a set of plants on my window ledge. But I think the best way for me to word it is, with plants, yeah, you water them, right? So for me, when I'm using oil to oil my scalp, that's me. This is gonna sound so silly, but that's me like watering the roots. Yeah, that's me feeding the roots my scalp. And then I also like to mist my plants. Yeah. And I've noticed that when I mist my plants, it makes it happy. Like sometimes my plants will be looking lifeless, yeah, and then I mist it, and I can actually see like them kind of sprout up. So that's how I see it. Like your locks are like plants. Do you get it? When you show it love, when you feed it, when you treat it good, you get back what you put in, basically. You know? That's basically how I see the locks. And not even that, but I think even with locks, I feel that how I now see situations is much different. You know what? Yeah, I saw somebody say a while ago that they see their locks as their antennas. I can never pronounce that word, but you guys get what I'm saying. And yeah, I think that really kind of sums up a lot. Yes, when you know you're getting that set income, yeah, it makes you feel comfortable. It feels good. Don't get me wrong, like that. Oh, I might be on my last £100, yeah, but I'm getting paid in 2 days' time, and I know I'm getting paid X amount. So I think that's the appeal in doing 9 to 5s that you don't care for. Just having that steady income, or knowing that for some people they've got like a business on the side, or etc etc. So that 9 to 5 is a great way to support that. I've just found, and what, I think one of the main things that I've learned over the past year is I need to accept how I am. I feel like for a very long time I've tried to, I don't want to say try to be something that I'm not, but something along the lines of that. Like I would know that I don't like something, but I will do it because that's what you're supposed to do in society, if that makes any sense. As society will make you feel that you have to be a certain way. And even when it comes, that's when I'm very vocal when it comes to various things. I feel like I'm gonna go on a complete different topic in a sec. Let me just read the comments. Yeah, I like that point. Locks make people rebel against norms. Rappers wear locks as a fashion statement. They are not into the true meaning of it. I do agree with that, you know. I do agree with it because I'm just like, how do you have locks and you talk so much nonsense? Your whole life is just scattered. What is that? Take care, Jay. Yeah, man. So yeah, in regards to also like accepting yourself as well, I think over the past year I've kind of realized, as I was saying, that there's a lot of things about myself that I knew how I felt about certain things, but I just kind of went along with certain things because society, hey Jazzy, says that it's the norm. So kind of going on a different topic. We can also talk about locks and stuff because you know I will still go back to what the lock topic shortly. But for a while now, I've been feeling that as a woman, you know, it's kind of not even it's kind of I think society and not even that, but depending on the culture that you're from. So obviously, if you don't know already, take care, Jay. Have a good day. So I'm over Ghana. Look, wow. So I'm Ghanaian. Yeah, background is Ghanaian, and society and the Ghanaian culture in particular, marriage and kids is very important. Yeah. Now, for me, I see kids and I also see marriage as a blessing. I think all of those are blessing. Even, you know, finding somebody that's compatible with you, somebody that's truly compatible at that with you is a blessing. However, I've known for a very long time that marriage is not a priority of mine. For me, I've never been somebody that fantasizes about getting married. The same ways I've never been somebody that fantasizes about having kids. I see both of them as a blessing, but I've always kind of believed that if it happens, fantastic. But if it doesn't happen, I'm equally like I'm still blessed. But I just felt that because society and the culture kind of makes you feel that as a woman you should, what's the word? You should really crave these things. I kind of force certain things that I shouldn't have forced. Like I look back on certain things like certain relationships and stuff and I'm just like, Winnie, why was you even in that? But in hindsight I was only in that just because, you know, just because. Just to say that you have somebody, because you know, in society, you know, you should what's the I don't want to say you should want to be in a relationship because there's nothing wrong with wanting to be in it. I think that naturally we as humans we all want to be with somebody and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm simply just saying that I've just come to accept myself as I am. Like it's these are not things that I'm dying to have. If it happens, then cool. But if it doesn't, it doesn't make me any less of a woman. And I've previously felt like I'm an alien for not craving these things because I think to me I find it rare to come across women that kind of feel how I do, if that makes any sense. So I say all of that just to say that it's important to accept yourself as you are, regardless of what society will say. Because I think society will have you thinking or feeling that you're weird because you may not, certain things may not be your aspiration in life. With or without it, you'll be fine. But it's that kind of idea that if you're a woman, you must want this. If you are a man, you must care about this shit. Yeah, that's just not for me. It's not for me. And I'm really done forcing it. But as I said, I think all of those things are beautiful. Like those are massive blessings. And I think it is a massive blessing to find somebody. But even, you know, a couple months back, I remember somebody asked me the question of what what's the difference between you being with somebody like relationship wise for a long time. So let's just say what's the difference between you being with like your boyfriend and girlfriend with somebody for let's just say 10 years and then there's another couple that have also been together for 10 years but they're married. Why does society make it seem like one is better than the other, when for all you know, the couple that aren't married could be happier than the couple that are married. And I thought that was a very interesting question, to be honest, because in my mind, I'm thinking, for me, I think happiness is very important. It's happiness over everything. So whether you choose to get married someday or whether you choose you don't want to get married and maybe you just want to, just have a partner for the rest of your life, I think happiness, respect, understanding, as well as a variety of things. Finance, people don't want to mention that finance is very important, but but I say all of that just to say it doesn't matter what people think. I think so long as you're happy, that is the main thing. Too much emphasis has been put on marriage and children. I choose not to have kids, and looking at the way the world is and how our people are treated, it would be cruel to bring children into that. Wow, T, that was deep. That was deep. I also really find it interesting that you say that you choose not to have children. I find that very refreshing because I rarely come across that being said. You know, I think to me, when I do speak to people that are parents, they talk about how their life now feels like they have meaning because they have a child, and I can't comment on that because I'm not a mom, so I wouldn't know, but I can definitely imagine that to be a case. In my mind, I can imagine it to be one hell of an experience, that you've created a human being and you've brought a human being into the world. So that's a massive, will always see that as a massive blessing. At the same time, as somebody that doesn't have a child right now, I feel like I'm fulfilled within myself. I think it's very important for you to feel fulfilled within yourself before anything first. And when I say anything, I'm talking about before you even get into a relationship. Because for example, if you're somebody that you're not happy within yourself, but you rely on somebody else to make you happy, you're gonna get into relationships that you shouldn't be in. And I know that because I've previously done that shit, you know. That is a great way of thinking. You love where you are and embrace what comes in the future. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. This is it. I love where I'm at. And I embrace whatever happens in the future. Married my best friend at 28, but I enjoyed my singleness. Just live your best life. I like that, Jazzy. Yeah, like for me, I think if I was to ever get married, definitely I definitely want to feel like, yeah, this is like my bestie. This is somebody that I can talk to about anything, or when times are down, like when we're doing low times and stuff, that we can uplift each other, basically, is how I would want it to be. Yeah, when I think like, for me, I just think in previous things that I've been in, I haven't really felt that, can't lie. Which is why when foolishness, like when I see the first sign of foolishness, I like to give people chances, but it gets to a certain point, I'm like, yeah, I'm done, bye. Because I don't want to waste time. I don't want to be in like a relationship with somebody for years upon years upon years, knowing that they're not truly for me. Yeah. So yeah, I like that you married your best friend. Hey, Joel. Ooh, NY. Okay, okay. How's it like there? Ooh, 3 cats. I like cats. I like cats, man. Couldn't currently have one in my house though, because I still live with my parents and my family don't like animals. So, but yeah, no, I do. I really like cats. Cats are lovely. But yeah, I definitely think that there's a lot of emphasis on like having kids and getting married and stuff. Yeah, and also I think because there's such a like emphasis on it, sometimes I be seeing some weird things online of like women kind of pressurizing men to propose to them and all of that. And I'm just like, do you people not have conversations with your partners? Because for me, if like one of my main life goals was to get married, if I was dating somebody or I had just got into a relationship with somebody, not saying that I would say you must marry me now, no, but it would come up in conversation. Surely you would get involved with somebody that kind of has a similar mindset to you. So I find it very strange how some people are dating people or in relationships with people, and they themselves, I'm gonna say women, as a woman, I'm gonna focus on myself. Like if I as a woman, one of my life goals was to be a wife and to get married, I find it very strange, the concept of me talking to somebody, dating somebody, and me not asking them how they feel about marriage. For me, that's just weird. To get to a point where you're basically constantly reminding a guy to propose to you, that's weird. That is weird. I cannot lie. And then my thing also is, most of the time, like, there are some people like myself that don't really care for whether or not they get married, whether it happens or not, one day, that's cool. But they don't really care for it. However, because of what people may say and because of what family may say, they then, you know, force it. I don't want to force anything in life anymore. I want everything to be natural. If I'm gonna get married, it's because I wanted to get married to that person. It's not because of what my mom's gonna say, it's not because of what my uncle's gonna say, what my dad's gonna say, it's because I wanted to do that. It's the same thing with kids as well. Thank you, Jazzy. Wow, I've been on this live for a whole hour. But yeah, thanks guys so much for tuning in. What are you using on your skin? Is that when you say that, Pandora, do you mean like makeup wise or skincare? I actually filmed a skincare video a short while ago before coming on camera. So let me know, is it like makeup or skincare? Because I do have makeup on, but I did do a skincare routine before I applied my makeup. I don't know, maybe that's what has made it look a little different. Okay, so for skincare today, I used L'Oreal's clay mask. It is a charcoal clay mask from L'Oreal. So I put it on my face. I left it on my face for about 10 minutes. Then I washed it off. And then I used a Sephora face mask. We don't even have a Sephora here in London. That's how shit it is. But when I went on holiday to Dubai last year, I basically bought a whole bunch of Sephora face masks. And yeah, that was it. And then, actually, tell a lie. And then for SPF, I'm trying to look for it on my table near me. SPF, I use La Roche-Posay's 50 plus one. I think my phone is not capturing it, but yeah, that's the brand that I use. Take care, T. Have a good day. Thanks for locking in. Yeah, this is it, Danny. This is exactly it. You know. And also, yeah. This is, yeah, I can't even add to that. That's it. If you don't want it, it's not by force. Um, Nighttime. So the face cleanser that I use, it's in the bathroom, which is kind of far. But I use La Roche-Posay's gel cleanser to wash my face. That's my staple. That's my holy grail. And then I do like to use Revolution's hyaluronic acid. My camera is, I don't know, I can't see it when I'm, but yeah, Revolution have a hyaluronic acid that I like to use. Um, and then this is actually one of my favorite products, but it's from Boots. We have a store here called Boots. Vitamin C sleep mask is what I use. Costs £4. Best £4 ever spent because my skin loves it so much. And that's it. Sometimes at night I will do a clay mask. I tend to do my clay mask about 2 to 3 times a week. Sometimes I'll do a sheet mask. Garnier do a nighttime sheet mask that I really like actually. Yeah, and that's it. You will find that I rarely do. I don't do the most. I'm quite lazy. I can't lie. So, even trying to do beauty content, I don't know how it's gonna be because I'm very simplistic. I'm not into using 101 products, you know. So for me, my cleanser is the main thing, La Roche-Posay. My moisturizer at night is the vitamin C sleep mask that I use. Those two I will use all the time. Sometimes I'll use the hyaluronic acid at night. Sometimes I'll use a clay mask before I go to bed. You're laughing at how I say is it vitamin? Now I'm like conscious because I think you lot says it. I don't even know how you lot say it. Vitamin? I don't know. I don't know how you guys say it. I can't lie. Yeah, skincare, you definitely need to stay consistent. And again, before lockdown, I wasn't. The only thing that I was doing for skincare before lockdown was just using my cleanser and my SPF. That's it. All the hyaluronic acids and vitamin C serums as well. I love Revolution, have a 20% one. I've run out of it, which is why I can't show you it. But see that serum. I'm a big fan of Revolution's skincare. I think their skincare's sensational and it's really affordable as well. I think, funnily enough, I've found that a lot of the cheaper things kind of work. Minus La Roche-Posay. I think La Roche-Posay is not that expensive to me anyway. But certain people will be using like £60 moisturizers and that, and then I try it and my skin breaks out. But then I will use a moisturizer like that. Sleep mask is £4. The Roche-Posay's SPF, I can't remember how much it is, but it's definitely under £20, and it works well for my skin. So yeah, this is why I say I don't believe that you need to spend a lot of money in order to find good products. Thank you, Jill. Thanks, Jazzy. Yeah, consistency is key. I think, and it's the same for everything in life. Whether you're, if you're trying to lose weight, for example, if you're consistently working out and consistently having a balanced diet and consistently trying to stay hydrated, it will work out. So consistency is definitely key. Lockdown has forced me to be consistent with my skincare. Yes, I do like cucumber face masks as well. I just don't have any. You know what? I need to stock up on some stuff. But yeah, there's a. That's an interesting question, you know. Yeah, weirdly enough. Weirdly enough, yeah. I feel like having plants adds like a positive energy. I can't explain what the energy is, but definitely having plants has it just yeah. It's just weird. I can't even explain it, but yeah. Before being a plant mom, have I really had issues with my skin though? I have like acne. I tend to get like hormonal acne. I don't know if my camera's gonna pick it up, but you can kind of see on camera, like on my chest and like my shoulders and stuff. But like via my face, I've never really had that much issues with my face. But I do find that plants have had a positive impact in some shape to my skin, can't lie. And not even just that, but I think in regards to the energy of my room as well. Like this isn't a real plant, by the way, but like I've got plants and stuff just on my window ledge. And yeah, I think it adds a lot of positive energy into the room, definitely. You know what as well actually has really improved my skin? CMOS. CMOS gel I don't know. I've just been flabbergasted. I can't lie. I feel like that actually has really improved my skin. Not so much my hormonal acne per se. Um, but yeah, my hair as well. I feel like the root of my hair has become much thick. They clean the air. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So yeah, sea moss gel helps a lot. That even gives me energy. I can't lie. I've been consuming sea moss consistently, I think, for about the past over a month. And I've noticed my energy is on point. I mix it with my herbal tea as well, which means that I end up feeling fuller and I eat a lot less, which helps as well. Yeah, I do love plants, man. Honestly, I'm surprised that my plants are alive. In my head, I always kind of thought I wouldn't be able to look after plants. But yeah, they're here. Wait, is there a way to just... I was just trying to work out if there's ways to directly use words. One sec, I'm just gonna get up and just look at my jar. So, this is the place, Danny. Oh no, is it showing it back to front? It's called the Skin Kitchen. They are on Instagram as well. And they do like different flavors. So I've got like a pineapple one. This one is what, strawberry is almost done, as you can see. So they do like the original, they do a pineapple one, I think a coconut one as well, strawberry, and I think raspberry. So yeah, they're on Instagram. If I remember after, I'll send you a link because I think there's a code that you can use to get 10% off as well. Yeah, and it's 100% natural St. Lucian sea moss. I think they're great. Their customer service as well, sensational. How does sea moss taste? That's a very good question. I always mix it into shit, can't lie. So I don't really um I can't explain how it tastes. Because even when I've just mixed it in with water before, it doesn't taste bitter or anything, if that's what you mean. But it's not sweet either. It's kind of just got, I want to say a neutral taste. But yeah, Danny, I'm gonna send you the link after I've done this as well, and then send you the code as well, because I think I saved it somewhere on my phone. So yeah, and I found that with the Skin Kitchen as well. This is not sponsored, by the way, guys. Like anything that I say is good is because it is. You know that you have certain people that only talk about things because they know they're gonna get sponsored or get a cut. I can't be asked with that shit, but I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's just a little bit left. But you guys can see it's kind of like it's already mixed and blended and stuff. So literally you can just pop it into your smoothie. I'm a herbal tea addict. Like I have herbal tea about 2 times a day, 2 to 3 times a day. So I always just pop it into my herbal teas, which is why I couldn't even tell you how it tastes. But yeah, I found that has helped a lot with my energy, with my mood, with my hair as well. Like it's been much. I feel like my roots are much thicker. There was a point in time when my roots were quite thin. My sleep as well has improved. Do I have skincare from there? No. At the moment, I don't have any skincare from Ghana. I haven't been to Ghana for about 2, 3 years now. But when I do go to Ghana, in terms of skincare, the only thing that I buy is shitloads of shea butter. That's it. I get shea butter, and I don't know why my mind's gone blank, you know. There's that seeds, the little seeds that I get. I've done a video on it on here before, but my mind's gone blank in regards to that, which is irritating. But yeah, things related to like natural health is what I get. Skincare, the only thing that I get from Ghana is shea butter. That's it. Because I believe that Ghana do the best shea butter, in my opinion. Um, but in regards to my, like, what I use to cream myself, it contains shea butter from Ghana, I believe. Earth to Earth Organics. I think I've done a video on here before. But yeah, they're like a black owned brand, looks like this, Earth to Earth Organics. All of their skincare is 100% vegan, 100% natural, contains shea butter as well from Ghana. And my skin loves that. Like, I'm glistening in that. That's all I use. I use their body wash. I use their body cream. I use their, I'm just looking for where I've put there's a body oil. Here we are. Oh, is that it? I literally had it earlier on today. Oh, do you know what it is? I've accidentally popped it in the bathroom, right? But this is not the body oil, but this is their body wash. They also have a body oil as well. I've accidentally, instead of putting this one back to the bathroom, I put my oil there, and that's what it is. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, shea butter and cocoa bar, definitely. Um, so yeah, in terms of like my actual body, I basically use natural products. Years ago, I tried to do the whole thing of making my own body butter by, getting shea butter and adding essential oils and all of that. For some reason, my skin didn't. Oh, I've got low battery, guys. For some reason, my skin didn't take to it, so I just buy my body butters and all of that from Earth to Earth Organics, and my skin loves it to the point where I've decided to now opt for their massive jar. And yeah, that's that really. But yo, my battery is on 20%. Wow, I did not think I would be on here for this long. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my live and interacting with me. This has actually been a highlight of my day. So yeah, thank you so much. I think I'm gonna end the live now once I kind of work out how to come off of it. But yeah, man, take care, guys. Have a blessed day. And just remember to just work on being happy. Don't allow anything in this life to stress you out. Because I promise you, whatever it is that you're stressing out over, listen, it won't be something that's gonna, be a lifetime of stress. So, mwah, thank you guys. And Danny, I'm gonna message you in a sec. Take care.